Hello, 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 you guys. Listen, welcome to the Real Talk Live with Arnette D Love Show. And as you know, my assistant Lisa, yesterday was her birthday, so of course she is off today. I am just so glad that I was able to come to you on this beautiful Sunday. I am still traveling, so I pulled over so that I can do the show and then I can get safely back on the road. So thank you so much for continuing to support the show. Thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you for your comments. I just want to thank you for everything that you guys have done to show me that what I do is not in vain. So hats off to you, clapping to you, and all that good stuff. Y'all know that I have been a busy bee lately, and I'm not stopping. I can't stop. I'm about to have an empty nest. One more year, it's just going to be me, and I cannot just sit around and not do anything. So we're going to continue with the show. Amongst other things, I've had people want me to help them with their show, and because I have been blessed with an entertainment business, an agency, I'm able to, assist other people with what they want to do and help their dreams come true. So I probably go start producing other shows as well as my own show. We'll just have to see. I'm trying to position this camera a little bit better, y'all, because y'all know when you have children, most of the time they messing something up, and mine done broke one of my stands that I use in the car, and I'm not exactly sure where my other stand is. But like I said, I'm in the middle of traveling. I have different conferences and stuff that I have to go to with the other positions that I hold or other hats that I wear. So today, oh my goodness, let me tell you guys, I went to this restaurant, and the restaurant was kind of expensive, which is no problem. I knew when I looked at the menu what the prices were. It was just me. Do you guys know that this restaurant charged me an 18% gratuity with just me? I have never, ever seen anything like that in my life. Ever. One person. And what I ordered was, it came up to, it was about $45 and then some, because I added on some stuff. And the gratuity was like almost $10, right? Well, I was going to give the waitress about $15, $20. But what happened is I ended up getting an attitude because I have never seen a gratuity added to a one-person check. I couldn't believe that I had received a gratuity on a one-person check. 18% gratuity, almost $10 added to my $50 check already. So I asked her, I was like, when did y'all add a gratuity to my check? Really? And how often does this happen? And she was like, well, every check. And I'm looking at her like, oh, well, you just messed your stuff. I said, let them know they messed up your tip, because I planned on giving you way more than this. I said, but I'll accept this, because, she said it like, take it or leave it. This is what we do. Well, baby, that messes up your check. See, I used to be a waitress, so I already know that the company sometimes will mess your money up. As a waitress, I already know that. So, you can't get smart with everybody just because your company doing something that you think that they're trying to take care of you. No, babe, they're not trying to take care of you. What they're doing is counting your tips. They're trying to justify that they're paying you that little bit of money. Because at the time, I know I was getting paid $2.10. And sometimes $2.10, just recently, I saw a waitress still getting paid $2.10 as a wage. Now, I don't know how much more it has went up, but I just seen that in the last few years or so, maybe about 3-4 years or so, this waitress was getting $2.10. So all they're doing, you know, you're supposed to claim your tip. See, I know I was a waitress, like I said. So all they're doing is making sure that you claim your tips properly. That's it. They get your stuff, they know what your tips is, and they're going to justify that little bit of money that they're paying you. So why you think that you getting taken care of? No, they're taking care of themselves. They're justifying why they're going to pay you that little bit of money because you're getting this much in tips. But you really messed your tip up today, baby. It wasn't your fault, but your company messed your tip up today because I was going to give you about $20 tip. I don't have no problem tipping the waitress because I was a waitress. And I know, you know, sometimes the monies come slowly. And so I don't mind tipping my waitress. But, you know, I went on and gave her about $14 total because it really wasn't her fault. Even though she didn't realize that the company was messing her money up. But, I mean, what y'all think about a gratuity on a one-person check? Oh, and y'all know I tore that doggone ticket up, baby. I wrote all over that ticket because I wanted them to know that under no circumstances would they ever get my business again. Never again. Okay? And you know what gets me? A lot of people like to yell, support black-owned businesses, and that's where I went today, to a black-owned business. So I won't say the name unless I feel like it, maybe later on next show or something. But support black-owned businesses. Not that particularly that I cared who owned the business. I wanted to eat there, but this just happened to be a black-owned business. Now your food was already high. And it's not as good as it used to be back in the day when I went there. I was still in the military. It was delicious. Today, it was kind of horrible. I packed up over half the plate and put it in a container to go, and hopefully one of my children will eat it. The wait staff was good. They were good. But I'm just saying the food ain't as good. It's just the name now. And so you're charging all this money. Then you got the audacity to put a gratuity in every check. A one-person check, you put a gratuity. I ain't gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let that slide because you're taking advantage, and I don't think it's fair to the customers. I will never patronize your business. I don't care if it's the one that I just left or the one in Portsmouth, about one near Portsmouth that you have down there. I will never patronize your business, and I will tell eventually who you are. But that right there is totally ridiculous. It's ridiculous. $10 for my plate because I paid $40-something, almost $50 for my food. You gonna put a $10 gratuity on my check? I might not want to pay her but $5. Even though I was going to pay her more than $10, but I might not want to pay her but $5. I might not have had but $5. Hell, my check was $50-some dollars, without her tip. And so my whole thing is, how dare you put a gratuity on a one-person check? I have never seen that before. And don't nobody come telling me about no support, no black-owned businesses when you're being treated like that. Don't come to me about no black-owned business when black-owned businesses are putting a gratuity on a one-person check. I don't really care who is the owner of the business. If I want to eat there, if I want to patronize it, I'm going to. But, we have to be careful when we say support us, and then we turn around and treat us the same that way, in that manner. When it comes to my business, everybody I talk to can tell you I am so polite. I'm uplifting. I'm always encouraging people. Even when people read my book, they want to interview me. They want to come on my show. I got people lined up now to come on my show. Because of how I treat them and how I act. Because you want people to know that you appreciate them. You want people to know that I want you to return. I want you to go and spread the word about me. Referrals, word of mouth. It's the biggest compliment that you can ever give to a business owner. And I'm going to tell you something. I will not never again patronize this business. Ever. I don't care in what form, what city, what state is it. I will never step foot in this business again. I have never seen, now somebody tell me, I have never seen a one-person check taxed with a gratuity. Ever. Never have I seen that. Ever. Thank God I was able to pay for it. But they didn't even tell me. So I wrote all over that check. I should have known that there was a gratuity on a one-person check. And I let them know it wasn't the waitress' fault. She did a great job. I put never again. Because never again when I step foot in there and anybody I'm with, I'm going to let them know, hey, they're going to charge your check 18% gratuity with just you on it. I've never seen nothing like that in my life, to the point where I couldn't even ask for some beverage. Another thing of beverage. I was so astonished. I was so frustrated and got off with the nerve of you to put this gratuity on my check, and then you had to be a black-owned business. So that really did not boost my confidence at all. That's why nobody better not say nothing to me about supporting black-owned business, because my experiences with black-owned business most of the time is poor service. Not all of us, but a lot of us, poor service. And we have to do better. Because we got everything we need inside of us. Everything we need is inside of us. But our customer service has to be good. It has to be. And that thing right there, it just dug something inside of me. Because I'm traveling, y'all. I'm traveling. And I said, let me stop at this nice restaurant. And because it used to be so good, and when I was stationed out this way, I used to eat out here when I was in my 20s, and it was the bomb. Now the food is terrible. It won't even that good. Look like they just warmed it up from yesterday. It was not good at all. I had baked seafood, and they had it all crunched up together, and it just wasn't the best. But I got full and got over half of it in the bag and whatnot, and I'm gonna take it home to my sons. I know they can't wait to get it. But the thing is, that check, y'all. Somebody tell me something. Do you agree with a one-person check? Do you? Oh, okay, Edwin. I agree. We need training. We need training, because I have never ever in my life experienced a check. A one person. I sat by myself. One person getting a $10 gratuity charge, basically, on my check. I had no, I could have argued, but who does that? Who does that, really? Do we still argue about paying a tip to somebody? And I mean, she was a great waitress. It's just that when I saw it, I felt like, you know what? I was going to leave you about $15 or $20. But since you're going to take from me, I'm going to let you have this $10. And that's how I felt. And then, that was my initial expression. But then I was like, it's not her fault. She don't make the rules. So I left her an additional $5, but I wanted to just put that whole 20 down for her, but we do need training. We do, Edwin. I agree with you. And because we have everything we need. We have everything we need. I remember when my grandmother had, worked for herself. She did hair. She had, just like me, she had her side hustle, her side businesses, but she also worked for someone else. And my mother had her own business, and she also worked nursing. And back and before them, you remember my grandmother was just having her own business at times. A lot of remember downtown, y'all remember downtown on High Street and around the surrounding areas on High Street, you had a lot of black businesses down there as well. I remember Miss Beulah's hair salon. We had a lot of people were making business, themselves. A lot of African-American people were running things themselves. We had no choice at one time. And then it's like all of a sudden we're scared to to be entrepreneurs. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. We act like it's a big thing to be an entrepreneur, but our ancestors was doing it for a long time. A long time. It is not new. And I think that's why some people look at us and be like, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all depending on the system for so much? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, we were doing the thing. Our ancestors, cleaners, shoe shops, shoe repairs, barber shops, they had to have their own. You know, and we around here now like we can't do nothing. Like we too good to sell hot dogs. We too good to, sell this and that and the other. No, we got it. We need to get out here and make jobs for other people. We need to get out here and be self-sufficient. Now, I'm not saying anything is wrong with getting anything from the system, but use it as a stepping stone. And when you can do better, do better. It's a lot of us out here that can do better, but we won't do better because we act like somebody owes us something. No, nobody owes us anything. We owe it to ourselves, to our children, to our children's children, and to our children's children's children to make a living for ourselves, something that we can pass on. That's what we owe. That's what we owe. And I'm asking all of us, I don't care what your race, color, creed, I don't care. Get out there and use what God gave you. Y'all know I'm a Christian, so some of what I talk about is going to be based biblically. Use what we were given to make a difference in our lives, to bring us an income, to get us off of, I don't know if it's still called welfare or whatever, but public assistance. Get us off of that stuff. Use what you have inside of you. If you can braid, be the best braider there is. If you can cook, be the best cooker there is. Go out there and get and train to become a chef. Do whatever it is that you need to do to be self-sufficient. And I played the lottery a little bit too. Don't get me wrong. Let me see what you're saying. And we have gotten further away from doing things together. I believe more of us are in business these last few years, but still it's all about what I can give to you, not what we can do together. And I agree, Edwin, with that. We don't network. We don't even try to support each other. And then and I noticed it's like a me against you type of thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I use my show to highlight what people are doing, to highlight what new entrepreneurs are doing, because it's not a me against you. It's not. It's how can I help you do better? How can I help you do better? And how can you help me do better? And even if you ain't helping me do better, I'ma still help you. That's my mentality. I'ma still help you because I know that I've already been blessed beyond measure. And anything that comes towards me is just a continued blessing, And so I'm going to continue to try to help other people with their businesses, to get the word out, with their marketing, whatever. Like I said, I got people asking me to help them do their own podcast. If I had anything as far as worried about somebody being against me, I wouldn't dare try to help somebody do what I'm already doing. But it doesn't matter to me, because your success is your success. You don't owe me anything. And what your money is for you. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to stop worrying about other people. We have to stop worrying about competition. And stop being our own, just be your own competition. We have to stop that. Hello? Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me? Hello, can you?
Yes, hello?
Hi, I'm doing my show. How is it there in Nigeria? Hello?
Let me change my position.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Now you're on my show now, Femi, how was Nigeria? Can you hear me?
The line is breaking.
It's breaking? Okay.
Hello?
Hey, let me try to call you back.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Hey, I told you guys.
Phone call completed.
I told y'all that I was have Nigerian heritage. So I'm calling Nigeria right now. I'm calling this young man from Nigeria right now. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Let me see. Kept breaking up because their internet, is kind of different way different from ours. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Hey.
Hello?
Hey, Femi, is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, great. I'm doing my show right now. How are things in Nigeria?
Nigeria is fine.
Is it?
Nigeria, we can only hope to be better.
You say to be better when?
We wish it to be better, or we wish that is in jeopardy now, security-wise.
Oh, security-wise is better?
No. It's not better. We are praying it gets better.
Oh, you're praying it gets better?
That's what
So are y'all still having those attacks over there?
security-wise, Nigeria is... Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So everybody is just being careful, trying to listen to the news, because the security-wise there is being messed up like that. Like the president is now the target of the banditry.
The president is a target now.
Yes, it's the target now. So the target is convoy, and they kill like 30 soldiers.
30? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! So
we are just praying that the parliament should remove him successfully.
So are you saying that if somebody's so it's not a good time to come to Nigeria at this time, right?
No.
Okay.
Not good time. Not good time, because people are just looking at the way they can. People are just living life dubiously because economically it's bad. Like dollar now is 7.10.
The dollar value is what?
7.10.
7.10. So that means what? So like if I bring $5 over there, how much is it worth?
5,000. That's 5,000 times 7.10. So that's like 35 million.
I'm gonna have to use the calculator later and see how much it is.
Definitely.
And see how much it comes up with.
That's a large sum of money here.
Oh, okay. If I come there.
To 5,710.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. 3.5 million. 3.550 million.
Narrow.
That's a lot of. If someone can sit down here, someone can invest big time, and you can realize your money big as soon as possible.
So y'all about to get a new president, right? Aren't y'all about to vote for a president?
The president hopes that if Christian president in March, we could have a better country. But the Muslims are majority, and they are playing with their country by allowing banditry to penetrate through their own border.
Okay.
I think the story is just about somewhere like Sudan, the country called Sudan in Africa. So they later separated after 10 years of civil war.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
But we are not paying for civil war because we had some 30 years ago, 50 years ago, which is not okay for the country. So we pray not to go into war, but to separate peacefully.
Right. Well, I'm praying that y'all do not go into war, Femi. I hear a little bit about it, and then you tell me.
Pardon?
I say I'm praying that y'all do not go into war over there. You've told me a little bit about what's going on, and I'm sorry to hear about the convoy that killed 30 soldiers. That is just horrible. I'm like I say, I'm praying for you, and I need you to stay safe over there.
Amen. Sorry.
I know you do a lot of traveling.
My sons.
Okay.
I wish to, but financially not good.
Not good. Well, I tell you what, I'll call you probably tomorrow because I'm still traveling. So I'll call you tomorrow, okay?
Traveling to where?
I'm traveling. I'm trying to get back home. I had to go and do some studying, take some classes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay. What class? What class again?
What class? I took some classes for the veterans, some veteran classes, military.
Okay.
Okay.
Middle school?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not in school. They just had some classes that I needed to take.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll call you tomorrow because I'm still traveling.
Okay, are you driving?
No, I stopped so I could do my show, and I decided to call you so we can hear how how things are in Nigeria, because I have Nigerian heritage. We might be cousins, Femi.
Are you for real? Am I on live show?
Yes, you are. They can't see you. They can only hear you though.
Really?
They can't see you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll call you.
Okay.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay then. Get some rest.
Just be praying for us.
Huh?
That the country get better.
Yes, absolutely gonna pray that your country get better.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
All right.
Okay. Good night, Femi.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
We'll talk later tomorrow.
Okay. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Okay. Safe drive.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, y'all. That's my friend in Nigeria.
Phone call completed.
That's my friend in Nigeria. I have a few more friends in Nigeria. First of all, I used to not connect with anybody in Nigeria. But as long as you don't ask me for my money, as long as we just exchanging conversations, I'm good. But, I don't play that. You're not going to scam me and all that stuff. And Femi has been a good friend for a few years, y'all, telling me about what's going on in Nigeria and everything and that stuff. Because, like I told you guys, I am, my genealogy is in Nigeria with 90-some% African from Nigeria, Congo, somewhere else. But, it's good to talk to people and stuff like that. So getting back to what we were talking about before I started talking to Femi, we were talking about businesses, and we were talking about African-American businesses and making sure that we level up, making sure that we are taking the necessary, I would say, classes or whatever it is for customer service, because you have a lot of people that have businesses but their customer service is poor. And that right there takes away from the progress that you can have in your business or with your business when your customer service is poor. So just imagine if your business is booming and you have poor customer service, just imagine how it could triple with a good customer service base. And so we just have to be really mindful of how we treat the people that are patronizing our businesses. How we try to work with them. Like with me, I don't sell anything anymore. One of my businesses is a clothing store, but I don't sell clothing anymore. But I do have something coming, so y'all wait for that. And then all my businesses tie together. But I sell my time. I sell empowerment sessions. That's what I have. And you probably like, hey, who wants that? But baby, let me tell you something. We got a lot of people walking around here with low self-esteem. We have a lot of people that don't know their worth. And you guess what? Me and my chunky self is the one that tell you how much you're worth, because I used to be a size 6, and just let me tell you something, I wasn't everybody's cup of tea at size 6, and now I'm but a size 16 or so, and I'm still not everybody's cup of tea. And let me tell you, it had to be in me to accept me. It had to be in me to say, hey, I am worth everything that I want, everything that I desire. I am worth it. And if this individual don't see it, that's on them. And that's what I teach people. You have to accept yourself no matter who accepts you. You got to love and accept yourself first before you can love and accept somebody else. And I know it sounds crazy, but you got a lot of people out here trying to love other people and they don't love themselves. Tell me how that's going to work. Make it make sense. If you can't love yourself, how you going to love me? I don't even trust you to love me if you can't love yourself. And that is what one of the things that I do. I make sure that I show you and tell you and teach you how to validate yourself. And I know it sounds like who would need that, but let me tell you something. A lot of people need it. A lot of people need it. A lot of people need it. And as the same ones that will say who need it are probably one of the ones that do need it. You got to accept yourself for all your flaws, with all of your flaws. All of your flaws. Nobody's perfect. But I'm going to tell you something. Ain't nobody going to tell me that I ain't pretty. I don't care if I look like chop suey. You're not going to tell me I look like chop suey. You're not going to tell me I'm not beautiful. And see, when you have that kind of mind where all of the nonsense are non-factors, nobody can stop you. It might take me 20 years before I make another penny with my business. But it's going to take me 20 years because I'm not going to stop. And that is what I do. I encourage people to keep pushing, to keep going. You get ahead a little bit at a time, but you don't stop. You have something in you that will make you self-sufficient. You have something in you that's going to make you some money. There's something in you that's going to take care of all your needs, but you cannot stop. You can't start up and stop. You can't start up and say, well, it's not working. It's been 2 years. You have to keep pushing. Sometimes you got to make adjustments, but you have to keep pushing. I promise you, I started my business in 2014, and I never would have thought that I would be on the radio. I'm going on my 4th year on the radio. My 4th year. That wasn't even a part of my journey. It just ended up connecting with my entertainment agency. I never would have thought that people would recognize who I am just from the show that I do now, that I'm doing right now. People recognize me, stop me on the street. Listen, I never would have thought that. And I'm not making a whole bunch of money doing it, but I enjoy doing it. So when I'm out here working for somebody else and I'm on their clock, I'm thinking about what I got to do for myself. And I'm thinking about how releasing it is for me to be able to say that I own my own companies as well. I'm thinking about what my next move is. I'm not always thinking about the payday because I know the payday is slow. But I'm thinking about what's mine. So while I'm working for what somebody, working for what somebody else's, I'm thinking about mine, and mine is slowly progressing. Slowly progressing. I'm thinking about my next book. And if you hadn't got my book, but you're a minister, you need to go ahead on and get it. It's not your average, it's not even a Christian book. It's a book that's inspirational. And that book right there, it talks about where I used to be as a woman, my downfalls that I really had and truly had, how I could not seem to forgive, how I could not love, the things I used to do, the manipulation lifestyle that I had. That's the type of book I wrote because I want to help somebody else. There is somebody else that's out there walking around thinking they are the queen of men like I used to do. And I'm telling you that you need to get my book because I want to show you that that is not the way that you want to be. You want to forgive whoever it is, male, female, or indifferent. You want to forgive the person that hurt you so that you can move on with your life. You want to say, okay, you will not have me trapped. These strongholds, you want to ask God to release you from them. You don't want to live your life like I lived my life and live all of this time carrying baggage and mad at the world and go, I'm going to get you before you get me type of attitude because it's going to land you nowhere. If you hadn't bought my book, you need to get it. We're about to have a book reading in August. My assistant can tell you today, I think it's the 20th, one of those Saturdays. I'm going to read my book. And when I read my book, I want you to hear the pain that I felt when I was writing this book. I want you to hear the joy that I got out of the scripture that uplifted me and guided me. I want you to see the difference that my faith made in me. The difference that being transparent made in me. I want you to see all of that. The book reading is going to be $20. If you need a book, the book is $15. I do not go down on my book price because it's worth every word. Every word is worth $15. I don't care how old the book is. Every word I put in that book is worth $15 because I poured myself in that book. And I'm going to tell you, it has helped many people. So many people tell me how much my book has helped them. And I want y'all to know that even if you don't purchase the book, come to the book reading. It's limited seating. So we're going to probably have to do it again because we already got people wanting to come to the book reading already. And so we probably going to have to do more than one. And I'm proud of that. I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to have refreshments. I don't know exactly what they're going to serve, but I know it's going to be some refreshments. And our refreshments be like heavy hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that. But I want y'all to come out and enjoy this book reading because I have put all of me in this book to help somebody else. And that is all I live for, is to help other people. That is all I live for. God, listen, I have been blessed. I don't care I don't live in a mansion. I don't drive a luxury vehicle. Not yet. I desire one now because when I was in the military, when I really could get one, I didn't want it. So now I want one. You know how that go. But the thing is, I'm content with what I've already been blessed with. I'm content. And I'm content just by helping somebody else have a larger walk into their blessing. Let me put it that way. Helping other people walk into their blessing. I'm content with just that. So I pray that you would join us in this book reading. I pray that my book reading helps you guys. Listen, I'm going to get out of here because I know that I pulled over in the hood. I am in the hood. I used to live out this way. And not that I'm scared or anything, because I am not afraid, but it is getting kind of cloudy outside. And so I'm going to try to make my way back home now. And so, But I want y'all to be encouraged. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know there are still people out there that want to put their life on the line and help somebody else. I've been doing it my whole life, my whole adult life, should I say, putting my life on the line and help somebody else. And just to throw a plug in, because I am running for Portsmouth Public School Board, and the same thing. I want to help our kids. I want to help our staff. I get nothing personal out of this except for the satisfaction of knowing that I help put down a foundation for our children. That's it. Nothing else. I will never run for mayor. I will never run for school board. For city council. I just want to run for the school board, get on the school board, and be able to help our children so that when they walk across that stage, they have all the confidence that they need to know that they can take care of themselves and the families that they are going to build. And I whether they go to college or not, or whether they have a trade, I want them to be confident and what they're going to do in their lives. And I believe that is going to help a lot of our children. It's going to help to save a lot of our children when they know that they have something under their belt. Listen, I can't express it enough. None of my organizations that I'm in, being the commander of the American Legion, the first female commander of the American Legion, doesn't qualify me to be on the school board. Being in these different organizations, or Eastern Stars, Delicato, that doesn't qualify me for being on the school board. I don't really know what you would say would qualify me. I have 2 master's degrees. I've done a whole bunch. Check my page out. You'll see my credentials. I'm going to update my website so you can check my website out. But I'm going to tell you what qualifies me in my mind. The fact that I truly care about our children's future. That's what qualifies me. That's what qualifies me. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not trying to be no superstar. I'm not trying to play dress up. I'm not trying to be important. You will be able to contact me anytime, just like you can contact me now. I'm not going to get brand new on you. I'm going to listen to you, because I do feel that parents' input is important. Even though if we can't please everybody, we can come to a consensus just using the parents' input. So I promise you, I won't count you out. I won't turn around and turn my back on you. I will always be approachable. And if I'm not, you got my assistant. You can reach out to her about anything, because she assists me in everything. Politics, my businesses, and everything else. So listen, a vote for me is a vote for all of us. I am the candidate for all citizens. There is no bias in me. Because anything other than education, I look at it as a non-factor. We need our kids to win. And with me and you, we will win. God loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. Go on and love somebody else. Bless you until we shall meet again.